Now, if you only want one lens and you want to do everything from wide angle to telephoto, you just don't want to change the lens, either because you don't want to carry the lenses around with you, or because you're afraid you might get dust on your sensor, which of course is a real possibility when you change the lens, then you can buy a lens which we call a super zoom, which covers everything from the 18mm end, we're talking APS-C sensor cameras here, up to 200, such as this Nikon 18-200 VR lens. Now the 18-200 kind of type focal length range, Sigma do them, Tamron do an 18-270mm, which is the longest focal length you can currently buy, have the benefit of giving you the wide angle end of the scene for making things look further away, getting in group shots, to the telephoto end, great for candids and far away views. Now you can see here, this is the Olympus version for their 4/3 cameras, the 18-180, slightly different focal length range because the sensor on that camera is smaller. Both of these do the same job effectively. There are drawbacks to using such a lens. Obviously the advantage is it's only just one lens. It's not massively heavy and big, but it does a one lens fits all. It means you'll never miss the shot because you've got the wrong lens attached. On the downside, it is obviously chunkier than having a smaller kit lens, so you're always going to have a slightly bigger, heavier lens attached to your camera. And the other downside is the optical quality of these kind of lenses is not as good as you'd get with a lens with a smaller zoom range, because in general, the longer the range of zoom on the lens, generally the more compromises have to make the quality any good, and they don't quite stand up to the quality of certainly a prime lens and probably a lens of a smaller zoom range. Having said that, for general shots, for relatively small prints, for people looking at them online or on a computer, people who aren't going to be pixel peeping and blowing them up to high magnifications and looking at the detail, most people will be very happy with a lens like this. So if you want a lens that does everything for you, they're certainly well worth considering.